The following is a presentation of the Hello Chicago Network.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yanishadis, and it's time to focus. And today we're focusing to close out the week on the Chicago Cubs. And what a tough schedule they had to close out the month of April. Let's go through it right now. Cubs first in Los Angeles, right before I headed out on my California trip. The Cubs are able to go in. They lose the opener, so they're already 0-3 against the Dodgers that year. Ben Brown pitches great on Saturday. They're able to get the W, and then Sunday as well. Great performance by the Northsiders. They're able to win on Sunday Night Baseball. They win this series, so 2-3 season series at that point with the Dodgers. Then they go to San Diego, lose their first series. They do get a close win, and I was at two of those games. I was at game 2 and 3. Just able to win an extra innings on Wednesday night or Tuesday night, and they're able to give the San Diego their first loss at home. They also, by the way, the Padres got swept over last weekend in San Diego as well, so that home stench still riding there. Then the Cubs come home for a long homestand, take 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks. Unbelievable, crazy game on that Friday. That was the one where they're up like 7-1. I was at the zoo in San Diego. All of a sudden I see 7-1. Okay, they're good. Then they're down 11-7 to only win 12-10. Crazy game. Great game on Saturday as well. Well-pitched performance. And Sunday, another one where the Cubs probably should have won. It was an extra innings, but hey, on Easter Sunday, but they win the series there against the Diamondbacks. Then the Dodgers in for 2. Cubs win both of those games. They're able to get a walk-off win in the first one, are able to finish it off in game 2, and the Cubs sweep so they win after starting out 0-3 against the Dodgers, getting swept in Japan, losing the first in LA. They win the final 2 in LA and win both in Chicago. I know right now the Dodgers are having some pitching issues, but guess what? It's baseball. Everyone said they were going to win 120, 130 games. Well, the Cubs took 4 out of 7, and that should keep them quiet. Then they do lose the series last week to the Philadelphia Phillies, 2 out of 3. Including an extra inning game, just some mental errors. Hopefully everything will come around for them as of right now. But right now, 17-12. If I would have told you on that Cubs, when I was in the Cubs corner after the second game in Japan, that they'd finish this stretch at 17-12 after starting 0-2, you'd be flabbergasted and happy, and I am. I'm proud of this team. They're playing well. Dansby Swanson a little bit of a rut, but Crow-Armstrong starting to really get some love for what he's been able to do in the bat, stepping up. The catching position's been great for this Cubs. I think the one thing is the third base, and they brought it up on Sunday Night Baseball last week, how it would be a great fit if the Cubs could get Nolan Arenado, and it's not as unusual now to see 2 division teams. If the trade benefits both sides, why not the Cubs go after? Because if you don't know, Nolan Arenado, the third baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals, all this hubbubaloo about getting traded. He has a no trade clause. He's in the Cubs division. It's their rival. We'll see if that ever comes about either, but we'll see what happens there. And then, of course, Justin Steele out for the season, so I think the Cubs are going to have to add another starter. I think they're a little spy. Colin Ray stepped up as well as the Cubs starter since then. So I think overall they need a starter and a third baseman and maybe one more bullpen piece for this team to be complete. But it's 17-12 right now. After all of that, I think you got to be happy. They also acquired Drew Pomeranz, reliever, so that's one step in the right direction. So a starter, third base. I know they're depending on Matt Shaw, but he's not around just yet. So the Cubs overall 17-12. We're recording this early, so they just finished a series with Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens was on the mound yesterday, and now getting ready for a Milwaukee series. Always big. I live in Wisconsin, so always little bragging rights there. I'll be at the game tonight in the right field bleachers. I'm going Sunday afternoon where Shota Imanaga expected to start. He will go, and hopefully the Cubs can get a series in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's been a little sketchy. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals, but they did face the White Sox this week. So we should see how the buzz is for the first time between the Cubs and the Brewers. And Monday's focus will be I'll do some sights and sounds from Milwaukee for the weekend. We'll recap the weekend set as I'll be doing it from Milwaukee. So stay tuned for that. And the schedule will be coming out Sunday night. So everyone have a great weekend. Don't forget to like the video if you like what you hear. Subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. 30 followers I'm looking for. Just one more as we're already in the month of May. getting ready for summer, so should be fun as well. And also comment on the video below. What are your thoughts on this Cub team? 17-12. I think you were going to take it if I told you that on March 19th. I'm Ryan Yanishatis from the Hello Chicago Network. We're the focus of Chicago sports.